Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Hello, this is gospel recording artist Johnny Ruffin Jr. from Lewiston, North Carolina, just letting you know that I have a Christmas CD out entitled White Christmas. Please go and download that CD on any digital media outlet. Also, I have some great gospel music that I have created throughout the years that will definitely be a blessing to you and your household. Thank you for your support. God bless.
Great day, everyone. This is Deloris Williams with Divine Connections magazine. Hope all is well. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. So Divine Connection is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. I connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, pastors, praise dance group, mime groups, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And then we have options for you to advertise your business or your ministry, half page or full page, and the ad runs for 3 months. So if you are interested, we have one more quarter for the year, and I would love for you to be a part. So make sure you connect with me. You can email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. All right, so let's get into some Divine Connection news. How do you stay connected? Join our email list at divineconnectionsmagazine.com for updates and news. And then we're also on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Make sure you like that page. We're also on Instagram at Divine Connections. That's one word. And then you also can subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. So those are the ways that you stay connected with Divine Connections. And we want to know who you are and what you do. So make sure you stay connected. So as I said, the magazine comes out quarterly, and this is our quarterly issue right now. You can get your copy at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. There are a lot of resources and connections in here. So you want to make sure you get your copy digital or hard copy. Okay. And you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Also, next on our agenda, if you need a 30-second or if you would like to actually be a sponsor on the show, this comes on a Wednesday, usually between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. There are 30-second slots available for you to share your business and your ministries as well. So as you saw, Johnny has a Christmas CD out, and so he's one of our sponsors as well. It's a 3-month agreement, only for $150. So if you would like to be a part, and definitely this is a great time, especially if you have a Christmas CD coming out right now. All right, so you can connect with me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. All right, so the next thing, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, for your ministry, if you have a book, if you're a gospel artist, we also provide that service as well. So you can email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. And last but not least, I am so excited that my book just came out, and it is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. All right. So I would love for you to get a copy of this book. It is phenomenal, and it's definitely Christmas time. You can get a couple and share with people that's in your family, or that wants to start a business, or that's in business, to encourage them that the Key Connector: How to Build Their Own Empire Helping People. Awesome. It's also on Amazon as well. And so today I am excited to have our guest on the line, DJ Travis Gale. So hold tight and we'll bring him on in.
Hey, good morning. How you
Great
doing, Deloris?
morning. I'm doing good. And yourself?
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Glad to have you on. So, DJ Travis Gills, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I am a North Carolina native. I'm 56,
All right.
and I grew up in a little town in Scotland County, North Carolina. And somewhere around the 80s, I went to North Carolina Central.
Whoop, whoop, Eagles. I
Oh
went there
yeah,
for a year.
okay. And so I on while I was on campus, I didn't quite have a direction of where I was going or what I wanted to do. I just wanted to just get out of my little country town.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was at that time I started DJing on campus, and so I was a part of the NCCU Sound Machine. You know, it's homecoming weekend. Of course, I'm
Yes,
excited this week,
yes, yes.
and so I joined the NCCU marching band. And
Mm-hmm.
my experience was much like the movie Drumline, where
Oh, yeah.
I was in the band. I couldn't read music. I just faked my way through it. But through that experience, I met a lot of friends. It was just probably one of the many turning points in my life is joining the band, and then I discovered I had a really strong passion for music, which
Mm-hmm.
led me to studying music there at North Carolina Central. And I graduated. Took me a minute, but I graduated in '89,
Yeah.
and even when I graduated, I still didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do. But right around that time, urban radio stations started coming in the air at Foxy 107 and
Mm-hmm.
K97 had came on the air right around 88, 89, my senior year. And a buddy of mine, he had got on at one of the radio stations, and so I was like, well, man, if he could do it, I can do it. And so
Right.
so I went to Central Carolina Community College. That was the only radio program at the time because Central did not have a radio station
Mm.
at that time or a radio program. They had communications, but they didn't have a way for you to be on the radio. And so I went to Central Carolina Community College for about a year, and I graduated from there. And I started at this little gospel radio station here in Durham, WSRC, Love 1410, I believe.
Yeah.
And a
Uh-huh.
gentleman by the name of Chester Davis, he mentored me, and at that time I was so hip hop that I had, I mean, I grew up in the church family and that sort of thing, but I had no idea what the gospel world was like. But I learned so much working there for those 6 months, and then finally my friend said, "Man, you need to go ahead and start putting your applications out, putting your resumes out there." And so
Mm-hmm.
a friend of mine was putting his application in at K97.5, and he was a little further along than me, and I was watching him, put his little portfolio together, his little demo tape, and then someone suggested, said, you just send your tape and just see where you are, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent them my tape, and about a week later they called me. That was in 1991, maybe.
Yeah.
And I stayed there for about 25 years.
Wow.
And so but I started as a grunt, and I worked my way all the way up to a senior account manager.
Okay.
And when I left there, I think in 2010, I was a two-time President's Club winner.
Awesome.
Um, I mean, I had won numerous awards. I was my account category was beverages. So I
Mm-hmm.
worked with Pepsi and 7-Up and Mountain
Mm-hmm.
Dew. That was my specialty.
Yeah.
And so I started out as a radio personality first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I switched to the marketing side, and it was because I was writing radio jingles for Pepsi and 7-Up and
Mm-hmm.
Heineken, and they really liked my radio jingles. And so and that's what led me into the marketing side of things, because I wasn't getting much pay. I wasn't getting very much pay as a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And so the sales manager at the time, he saw that I was frustrated, and he said, well, why don't you switch over to the marketing side? And so I
Mm-hmm.
did, and that was the best decision for my career. And so he assigned me all the young products, and at the time, text, what do they call it, pagers, now I can't remember, pagers and
Yeah.
cell
Yeah.
phones and all the young stuff. They assigned me that, the concerts, the shows, and so I became the voice of all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the internet kicked in,
Mm-hmm.
and I went back to Wake Tech, and I studied HTML and PowerPoint. Was the first program I learned like in like 94 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sales team would contract me to design their sales presentations.
Mm.
And so, and I would do that PowerPoint, and then I would voice it, and I started doing video, and then the general manager at the station at the time, she suggested that I register my business, and I registered it as VSG Marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then the sales team, whenever they needed a presentation, they would either pay me under the table, pay me on the side, or the station would contract me to enhance one of their sales presentations. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sure you guys are familiar with women's empowerment or any of the summer jams or the 3-on-3 basketball shows, and that we've done over the when I was there. I designed the presentations and the graphics for the station, and which I still do to this day.
Okay.
And so there are 3 radio stations that I do that contract with now: WARR in Warrenton, WCOM in Chapel Hill, and then I do contract with North Carolina Central's NCU 90.7, which is a jazz radio station. And also I host a midday jazz show with them from 1 to 3, and then I do a Friday night show that we call the Friday Night Old School Mix, where I play old school music and stuff. So, but primarily, I just contract with local business owners. I had a contract with, before COVID, of course, TGI Fridays. I designed their marketing.
Oh, okay.
Their marketing for whenever, like, if they had a Halloween campaign, I would design their flyers and their menus. And I've done it for car dealers and Crown Royal. I had a contract with Boost Mobile for maybe a couple summers ago, all before COVID though. But and it's bouncing back kind of slowly now. But before COVID, it was really popping off, and so now I work with a company called Fieldworks, in which I design their ads for them to recruit campaign workers all across the country. So that's sort of my anchor account right now. So, but I'm always looking for new clients. So if you and I've watched the graphics of your intro, and so you would be a target client for me. You would be the type of person that I would work with, someone that needs to enhance their profile online, or their footprint, as they say. So
awesome. We're definitely going to talk.
That would be my area of specialty. Your intro, I would design something like that.
Okay, awesome. So what really got you into the digital marketing strategy? And then can you give us some tips, since you've been doing it so long, that kind of stands out to make you cutting edge, or make you stand out? Right.
Well, it just the curiosity of it all. I like to say I'm fortunate, because I am a sort of the precursor to the digital age. My generation, I'm 56. When I got to high school, typically the guys take brick masonry and carpentry, or you take college prep courses. And I was sort of in betweener. I was in between a blue collar and in between, going to college. And so, I always wanted to be a DJ. So I had this was in my mindset. Don't laugh. But in my mindset, if I was going to be a DJ, and at that time you couldn't just walk into a Sam Ash or Amazon and order your DJ equipment. You had to build it from scratch. And so my mindset was going to take carpentry to build my DJ system. Even though I should have been in college prep course. I didn't tell my mom that though. But she didn't care. So I was in carpentry, and I dropped all my college prep courses, and somehow I needed an elective, and I took typing. Now this was before computers. This was when we were typing with the old ribbon, tap type. And back in those days, guys didn't take typing. That was a girl's thing. But that was the first step into getting into computers, is learning how to type. And guys in my generation were just scared of the typewriter. And so once I overcame that fear, and this was right when computers, they started switching from the ribbon typewriter to that little green looking typewriter with the green letters and stuff.
Yeah.
And then whenever there was an opportunity to use the computer or type something, I was always the go-to guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I became the go-to guy for just about everything, with the computer or designing a flyer or just using the computer for something. I became that guy. And it which led to me, and the curiosity never stops. So I'm always like what we're doing right now. This is just the most amazing thing that's ever been invented for us to sit in my bedroom and communicate with you, even though it looks like a living room.
Right.
It's just the most amazing thing. And I see people that do this, and I just want to jump through the screen and like, yo, put on a light or put your green screen up or take one of your old rooms that your kids are not using and just turn that into a little virtual studio and just connect with the world.
Awesome. Are there some tools that you would suggest if someone was interested in things like that as far as the digital marketing?
Yeah, because it took me a while to get it to the point where it was like a light bulb, because I would imagine when you first started, it was probably like a hot mess like mine. And then when you get it all together, you realize, wow, all I could have done was just found a flat wall in my house, the flattest wall, and either put up a green curtain or paint the wall green, which is what I highly recommend. Just find a little flat wall in your house. And then lighting is the first thing I would get decent lighting. You don't have to buy the most expensive lighting, but lighting is important. And then, of course, sound is important. And that's the second step. And then having a decent camera, which is what I have here. And I went through several cameras. And that's another thing I can help folks. That's another part of enhancing your marketing strategy, which I do.
What kind of camera do you have?
Well, I have several, but this now is a Canon T5i. This is like a regular camera that you would use if you were taking photographs.
Oh, okay.
And so, but they have webcams and, you get a 1080p webcam or if you want to go as far as getting a 4K, that's kind of a little much. But you can get a 1080p webcam, for less than $50. But the thing about it, you can get a $25 light that will enhance it. That will make it look more professional. So, that's why I always start with the lighting, because decent lighting will make a cheap camera look good. And so, but bad lighting will make all cameras look bad.
Yeah.
And then sound is important. And then the final step, in which was the whole turning point for me, was going back to wiring my internet. And so I had someone to come in and put the Ethernet wire in, which was fairly inexpensive to do now, and connect it to my router. And so now I don't have any issues with logging in. When you came and talked to me 5 minutes, or I think it was 10 minutes for show, we didn't have to wrestle. We didn't have any technical issues. We didn't have any, it was like a light bulb. And so I can actually set anyone up so it works easily every time.
Awesome. So you DJ as well. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, DJing, that's my first love, and it was always been my hobby. And so I don't necessarily look at like, for instance, I do a podcast on Sunday mornings, where I coach DJs on how to again get more business, get more work. And so what I've uncovered is that there are two types of DJs. There's the DJs that provide a service. They do birthdays, weddings, corporate events, in which they set up music, sound, and they entertain an audience that was invited by the planner. Like, let's say you're having a birthday party and you invited all your cousins and friends, and then you book me the DJ. You book a DJ. Well, the DJ is not responsible for attracting the audience. Okay, so that's a service. Then there are DJs that are artists. So you have Jazzy Jeff and Grandmaster Flash and Spinderella and Kid Capri. Well, these DJs are artists. They are responsible for attracting an audience to either their mixtape or their concert or their show. So they are responsible for attracting an audience. So I am an artist, much like a saxophonist or a pianist or a singer. So that's kind of my approach to DJing.
Awesome. And you said you also do jazz.
Yeah, when I was contracting with the station, I've been with WNCU for about maybe 10 years now, and just enhancing what they do, helping them fundraise. And then and of course because I've had the radio experience, I volunteered, substitute sometime. And then
Mm-hmm.
when COVID hit, we had a midday person to move to another location, and they
Mm-hmm.
needed someone to fill in for middays.
Mm.
And so and I just, I use the office space there, and I love Durham. I just love
Yeah.
the direction Durham is heading right now. And so and I love, of course, my North Carolina Central
Yes. Yes. Yes.
experience. So I go there, I go there and I escape for 2 hours Monday through Friday,
Mhm.
and do the jazz show. And then on Friday nights, because I'm 56, I don't hang out in the clubs like I used to. So I go in on Friday night, and I don't. I'm sure. Well, you probably was at Central when they had Chitley Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and they called Chitley Hall the Castle Grayskull, and my room was 427. And so when I was at Central, there wasn't a local radio station. There wasn't
Mm.
K97.5 and Foxy, so I would stick my speaker in the window
Oh wow.
on Fridays, and you can hear I was in room 427, so you can hear my speaker all the way over to George Street and all over campus. And then every Friday I would DJ in the cafeteria. And so
Oh
I'm kind
cool.
of, so me DJing on Friday nights, that's really sort of like my little escape,
I like
keep me
it.
out of trouble, I guess.
Understandable, understandable. Wonderful. So if somebody is looking to enhance their social
Right,
media, their marketing, their digital marketing,
right.
um,
Well, yeah, because some industries call it business development. So what I do is I there's certain businesses that I really do well, and other businesses I'm not so great at. I can refer you to someone that can help you out. But if you are a car dealer, if you're a restaurant, or if you're any type of event promoter, planner, that's really what I specialize in. So if let's say if you're an event planner and you need a flyer, you need some type of video, or you need some kind of sound,
mm-hmm.
that's kind of where my specialty in. If you're a car dealer, I can enhance your Google AdWords. If you need a sort of a 360 video, meaning that I can video your cars, photograph your cars, post it online, in which people can Google and search you, and I can handle the SEO for that. Um, if you have a website, I can enhance it. I'm not necessarily a website designer, but I can look at your website, analyze it, and share with you some things that can enhance it to make it increase the traffic load. If you're someone that's maybe have a YouTube channel and you're not getting quite the number of hits you like, I can actually help you with there. So just enhancing your market is just to create strategies. Every case is different, so
Mm-hmm.
I would have to look at it. But because my background is in radio, and radio right now is struggling, they're not necessarily struggling for listeners; they're struggling for advertisers. And so that's sort of my stretch, my specialty as well. So I work with a lot of independently owned radio stations that don't have the budget to hire someone full time to manage their digital marketing or their social media, and I kind of help them out with that.
Okay, awesome. As
Mhm.
far as advertising on the radio, what's the requirement? If it's an event or a free event or a paid event?
Well, every radio station have a different rate per spot.
Mm-hmm.
So you would look at whether the event you're having, can that radio station connect with the people you're trying to reach. So it can, the station in Warrenton, you might can advertise for as little as, anywhere from $25 to $60, depending on where the spot runs it. But of course, K97 and Foxy is in the upper $200 a spot. Or I'm not sure what their rates are now, but I
Mm-hmm.
can coordinate a radio package and help you negotiate with any radio station across the country. So
Mm.
it just all depends on who you're trying to target and what you're looking to do as far as your return on your advertising investment.
Awesome, awesome.
You know.
Go ahead.
But and then of course I can design the commercial for you, or produce the commercial for you, or get someone to produce the um, type of sound or voice that you're looking for your business.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And so I want to put your contact information, how people can contact you.
Yeah.
how can people connect and follow you?
Yep, they can always call me 919-218-9751. VSGmarketing.com is my website. I prefer everybody to call me directly, like the old school way, but you can
Yeah,
find me. You just about can find me anywhere. If you Google me, you more than likely find a lot of DJ stuff. But don't think that I can't help your business, help you get some more foot traffic for your business though. But that's really because DJing is Friday and Saturday night. Sunday through Thursday, you got to figure out how to pay the bills. So
that's right. That's right. Awesome, awesome. So, do you have anything coming up between now and the end of the year?
well, homecoming is for us this year. And
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, there's a restaurant in Durham called Virgil's, and
Okay.
and every year I have a NCCU alumni band meetup, but everybody's invited. But so all the members of the NCCU band, we usually meet up on Friday. We have a little bit of a reunion. Virgil's is located at 105 South Mangum Street. So,
Mm-hmm.
so if you're downtown Durham and you turn down Mangum Street, it's a one-way road, and you get to the railroad track and you see the D-Pack, and it's the railroad track. You look right to your left, it's right there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful restaurant. And then downstairs, there's a little bar downstairs. So I'll be there Friday night. And then Saturday, I'll be in South Virginia for this little winery festival. And then on Sunday, one of my good friends is getting married, and so I'm helping with
Oh,
that. So I'm always busy and stuff. So always doing stuff.
for sure.
I'm always
Awesome.
looking for more stuff to do. So
Okay.
there's a number. There's a number. You have to do everything in the opposite direction.
Right.
Give me a call.
Awesome.
If
Awesome.
nothing else, just call and let's start being friends, and let's see if we
Yeah,
can get some ideas.
for sure that. For
Mhm.
sure that. You want to end with giving us some words of encouragement?
Well, I tell you, we are, all of us have been going through an incredible wake up call with this pandemic, and
Mhm.
it has not um, excluded anyone. I mean, it's not a person I don't know that has lost somebody who are struggling with something, health, physically, emotionally.
Mhm.
And then we just need to just check on one another right
Yeah.
now, because there's some of us that don't always ask for help, or too proud to ask for help, don't want to share that they're struggling with something. And oftentimes you just need to look over and touch your neighbor and say, hey man, you need any help with anything, just ask
Yeah.
if anybody
Oh,
needs any help with anything, because I've lost some relatives, I've known some
yeah. Mhm.
friends. Just when I wake up and I look at my text and I'm like, oh man, somebody's going through something, or I think I'm going through something, and I look up and somebody's a little further down the line,
Yeah.
down the road than me with something. And so it just, we're not quite out of the woods with any of this, and so hopefully we're all praying and learning from it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
Well, awesome, awesome. Thank you so very much. And yeah, I do believe it is a lot of things going on. So definitely just, if somebody's on your mind, if somebody come across your thoughts that you need to call or connect, or you want to reach out to somebody, definitely do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. Because I've actually learned that I'm more successful when I give
Mm-hmm.
than I actually ask for stuff. So the more I give away stuff, seems like the more I get back and stuff. So I'm always looking to help somebody that's just like a corner away from success. I mean,
Oh yeah.
every time I've thought I had hit a brick wall, somebody would come and say, hey man, if you just turn this little light bulb on, the things would open up for you. And so sometimes if just networking with people, you find out that you can add a little something to somebody else, and
Yeah.
then both of you can actually prosper and succeed.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
Totally agree with that. Awesome, awesome. That's why I love doing what I do, connecting with people, sharing
Yeah,
what individuals have, whether it's business or ministry, because you never know who's listening, who
yeah,
needs you, and then you need them. So
yeah,
I enjoy definitely doing it. So thank you for
yeah.
coming
Yeah,
on.
there's one other thing too. I am looking for a church ministry. I am in the
Hmm.
hunt for that. I do have a little window to
Okay,
work with a church ministry of now I'm just a one-man operation, so it has to be
right.
the right fit, but I am looking for the right uh church ministry to work with,
To do exactly what with them?
Just again, just enhancing,
Okay.
either their website, their social media. Sometimes you find ministers, or they started out doing it themselves, and then they get their nephew to do it, and then the nephew, now they need to take it to the next
Yeah.
level. And that it's just little things, little tools that's available in that industry that
Yeah.
they may not be aware of, that I can help them out with.
Awesome. You probably could help them live stream and all that good stuff, right?
Live stream, I can enhance that. I guess managing, taking their offerings, just making it easier for people to what's the word? Well, I guess when they do their tithe and offerings, there's still ministers that ain't quite got that. Like for instance, using a QR code, that type of thing.
Okay.
It took a while for the QR code to get mature, but there's a lot you can do with a QR code right now.
Okay. It's
There's
good
a
to know.
strategy behind that. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Anything else you want to share before we leave?
No, I just want to thank you for getting me off my couch this morning.
You and me both.
Yeah, I start pretty early, but I was hoping that being a part of the Black Business Expo would again enhance my ability to connect with more people, and so this is the result of it. So definitely, I want to thank you again for thinking of me and reminding me, and hopefully going forward in 2022 we'll be able to reconnect and actually help each other out.
Absolutely, I look forward to it.
All right.
Awesome. Well, hold tight. This is Mr. DJ Travis. Make sure you guys connect with him. He's providing a lot of services. So if you need him, have questions, or just want to talk about certain things, he is available. So we're excited that he's come by and shared some information with us today. So thank you again, DJ Travis. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, and which is Jesus Christ. And we look forward to connecting with you. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. All right, so hold tight, DJ, and we're going to take it over to our sponsors.
Hello, this is gospel recording artist Johnny Ruffin Jr. from Lewiston, North Carolina, just letting you know that I have a Christmas CD out entitled White Christmas. Please go and download that CD on any digital media outlet. Also, I have some great gospel music that I have created throughout the years that will definitely be a blessing to you and your household. Thank you for your support. God bless.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now.
Impressive.
Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.
Okay.